Hello and welcome back again. My name is NSHD and today, welcome to the amazingness, which is patch notes. And this patch will be covering the patch 7.12 for League of Legends. So, this patch is actually really interesting because they are starting to add in a lot of the new systems that they have been talking about for quite a while now, and there is two things that's coming into this one. The first one is missions, and the other one is honor. We'll talk a bit about them a little bit later on. So first of all, let's just jump straight into skins. There are two new skins being added into this patch, and boy are they cool because we are not getting one legendary, but two legendaries in the same bloody patch. And you gotta remember, not long ago, we got our last legendary, which was the Caitlyn one, which was, I believe, 2 patches ago. So, just sink that in. That's actually really short of amount of time between legendaries, and especially because we're getting 2 at the same time. But these legendaries are Dawnbringer Riven, which looks absolutely beautiful, and the other one is Nightbringer Yasuo. So, it's basically the light versus dark, 2 of the most cancerous champions in the community that a lot of people say that they're annoying, they're horrible to play against and shit like that. So it's interesting that both of these two are getting these skin themes, and it's definitely going to be really interesting in the next patch. So that should be cool. But yeah, they're in the game. There's missions that are going to be linked with these, but talk a bit about them in a minute. But that's the two new skins. Now, going on from that, we have new icons, which represent these skins. Now, 2 of them are actually purchasable. The other 3 for both sets are actually tied to the missions. So, there's going to be certain missions you do. You get these, like I'm not quite sure what they're calling them in the game, but they're like little token type things. Much like the way how they did the project thing, where you get these project cores, I think they were called, and you after you get so many of them, you can like change them to certain items, where there'll be certain skins or something like that. And that's the idea with this. So there'll be 2 types. There's be a light variant and a dark variant. Again, I'm not sure the names. I think it's like Chaos and Light or something. Order. Might be Order and Chaos. I'm not too sure. But that's the idea. You get these, you can upgrade them into certain icons. And that's all you can do with these. There are going to be icons. You can change them to key fragments. Not keys, key fragments. And I'm pretty sure you can also change them to chests probably as well. But yeah, that's the idea of them. So you'll be collecting those with the missions. And now going from that, we also have 2 new wards, which again are linked to the skins, like obviously. And they are the Dawnbringer ward and the Nightbringer ward. Both of them look awesome as well. You know, it's just like 2 new wards, like whatever. I think overall, if you want to collect all these, it's going to be quite nice. And the 2 skins do have special borders, which are linked to the crafting. Now, I'm not too sure. I think it'll just probably be the same way, most likely. But there you go. Other than that, we then are going to be getting some nice little change, in my opinion. But they're adding, like, these emotes. So remember the emotes they did for Earth, Worlds as well, where the little team icon will appear above your head when you activate your mastery emote. But now there's going to be 2 new ones for the Order and the Chaos, which looks pretty cool. But it's like, whatever again. It's interesting, but who cares? Now, other than that, before we move on to the mastery system, let's move on to the mission system. So this is actually something that's going to be brand new into the game. And I talked a little bit about it, you know, just a second ago when I was talking about the Order and the Chaos stuff. Because this is going to be the first set of missions we're going to be getting in the game. Is going to be tied to these skins. So the missions are going to give you certain things. So I'm looking at one of them that was posted on Surrender 20, and there's the idea of this is they will give you certain missions, you unlock them, and you get certain types of rewards, whether it be icons, keys, and even Order and Chaos tokens. So that's interesting. Now, I'm pretty sure some of them you have to buy. Like, I was on the PvE and I remember there being, like, a pack you can buy. And I'm pretty sure these missions are going to be tied to that pack. I'm not sure the price of the pack, so I can't tell you. But there's these packs you brought, and it will give you tokens, and it'll give you, like, these little orb things that will upgrade into skins and stuff. Now, I'm pretty sure you have to buy one of them to get access to some of these missions, but some of these missions will be available to just normal people. And the idea, once these go away, there will be constantly missions for us to do. So, and for example, let's say there was a mission that you play a lot of Leona, like let's say. There could be a mission like get 40 assists as Leona. You know, something very simple as Leona. It's just get 40 assists, job done. You know, the idea of this is meant to be super easy. Some of them may be difficult, but it's not going to be beyond the realm of what you can do. So it's not going to just start like forcing you to do other odd stuff. So it might just be play 10 games of ranked. Like, whatever. That's just an easy thing to do. It's not going to be things like get 20 kills on a champion, probably, or achieve a KDA of this, or whatever, because these types of things, obviously, will bring negative gameplay to the game, because people might start, you know, really deeping down onto these missions, and Riot don't want that. They want people to actually play the game correctly, rather than just trolling or whatever, just to get these missions completed. So there's going to be a balance there, but that's the idea and overall of the missions, which is pretty cool. Next up, we then have the honor system. Now, I'm not going to talk too much about this because I've already made a video on this. I'll leave a link down below. And the idea of this is that instead of the current honor system, there'll be a new honor system. And the idea is that after every single game, you can give a bit of honor to one of your teammates, or multiple teammates, probably. And you have these honor levels from 1 to 5, and these honor levels are actually tied to rewards. They've did a giant post on it where you can get things like chests. There's a new capsule, and inside this capsule you have a chance of getting the medieval Twitch and Grey Warwick, I think it was. I think that's the name of it, the Grey Warwick. Basically the Referus friend skins. Those two skins are now going to be added to this, so that's going to be the way we're going to get them now, is in the honor system, which is pretty cool. Now, I think you only get them at level 3 and higher, I believe. And the idea is that as you go up these levels, there's a higher and higher chance of getting your key fragments and these capsules, which is pretty cool. And there's probably going to be other things. There's an end of the year reward for them as well, depending on what tier you are, which is all nice. So that's all cool. And again, if you want more information, other than the reward stuff, because I didn't talk about just general stuff about the honor system, there'll be a link down below on another video I've made before. Other than that, that's actually kind of it for most of the patch. There's a few miscellaneous stuff. For example, they've redid the texture of the Face of a Mountain buff. You know, the little orb that appears around your characters when Face of the Mountain is active. You know, activated, which looks pretty cool. Now, going on from that, let's go on to items. Now, normally I don't talk about balance stuff just because, you know, it always changes and I'll be here all day. Plus, I'm not the best at talking about balance because I don't play everything. I can't comment on stuff like that. That's why I don't do balance. But there is a item rework in this to Zeke's, or Zeke's Convergence, as it's now called. And the idea of this is it's basically the same item in terms of its stats overall. However, it has a new passive to it. So this passive is casting your ultimate near your ally, surrounds you with a frost storm, and ignites your ally's basic attacks for 10 seconds. Enemies inside your frost storm are slowed by 20%, and your allies' attacks burn their target for 50% bonus magic damage over 2 seconds with a 45-second cooldown. Frostfire Confident is tied to it. Basic attacks on a burning enemy ignites your frost storm to deal 40 magic damage per second and slow by 40% instead of 3 seconds. So I'm pretty sure that one's tied to the one with the storm around them, because the idea is you will attach this to your AD carry, most likely on a tank support, and you will then just... The idea is that you will go in, so like Leona will go in, I'll activate the storm, and your AD carry will be behind you attacking you. You know, attacking the people inside this little storm for you. And when they're in this storm, they'll be ignited. And then the Frostfire bit is when you auto-attack them, then it will ignite that burning target. So it'll be a lot of damage be able to produce from this. I'm not too sure about this item. I've not seen many people talking about this one, so I can't fully comment on it. But it looks interesting. It's definitely going to make AD carries with tanks a little bit better. Because at the moment, you know, there's a lot more AD carries with utility stuff. And we know tank supports are starting to come into meta, like Braum and Thresh. A little bit of Blitzcrank as well. So this might actually fully bring them in now, maybe. I'm not too sure. We might definitely see a bit more Leona as well, because I think Leona, out of all the champions in the game, definitely is going to get the most use out of Zeke's. But other than that, I can't see this really being picked up anymore on champions such as Soraka or Janna, because they're not going to be in the middle of the fight, so they're not going to be applying this Froststorm, even though currently, like, some Sorakas will buy this just to give their AD carry some crit, so there's that. Anyway, guys, that's the entire patch. As always, remember to do all the normal YouTuber stuff. Comment down below on some of the stuff that you've seen in the, you know, in this patch, and what do you guys think about it all? You know, leave all your thoughts down there, that's the idea. Other than that, hope you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Till then, everyone, peace out.